All right, appraisers, this Spark Spotlight video is going to cover our data tables, how to view, sort, and filter your data so you can look at it however you want to. And we're also going to go over removing outliers or any other data you want to get rid of from the calculations. So let's go ahead and get started. So you can see I've uploaded a competing file. I've got my competing properties here in the MC and top of page 2. Also uploaded a neighborhood file, so I have my 1-unit housing numbers. Now, if I want to see any data at all behind these numbers, all I need to do is click the particular number. So if I want to see the 68 sales that comprise these two numbers, I just click on any one of those three numbers and I'll see all of the data. I can see right here the range is 130 to 255. If I click on that, it'll show me a table. And now I can click on any one of these headers to sort. And when you click, it sorts lowest to highest. Click it again, sorts it highest to lowest. Same thing with every column in here, concessions. You can see how that works. And then if I want to, I can also, once I click on it, I can also drag it around like that. So I can put these columns in different orders if I want to. And I can also filter. So let's say, for example, I just wanted to look at homes with a price per square foot over $150. All you do is you click one of these arrows to filter the data, and you say filter by condition. I'll say greater than or equal to. You can do between and all these others as well, but I'm going to choose greater than or equal to, and then you just type in your number. I'm going to say 150, hit enter, and then I got everything here that's $150 or higher, and I can again sort those as well. And then I can have another filter. So if I want to say everything over $150 a square foot and everything that sold over 40 years ago, I can do that as well. Just click on here, click the filter, greater than or equal to. I said sold over 40 years ago, I think. I meant to say with an age over 40. So let's just say 40. We'll change that to greater than, hit OK, and we just got one property that meets those two criteria. And then when you're done with the filter, you click the arrow again, change it back to none, and hit OK, and you're back. I'll do the same with price per square foot, change it to none, hit OK, and all the data is back. Now, another important thing, let's say by sorting the data, you found a couple outliers. In fact, here, let's sort by age. No real outliers, but let's pretend this property is an outlier for age, and we want to get rid of it. All you do is you click anywhere in the row, and actually you right-click anywhere in the row, I should say, and you hit remove. So I'll do that one more time since I might have confused you there. Right-click anywhere in the row, and then choose remove. Now what that's done is it's removed those two properties from all Spark calculations everywhere. Then when I hit go back, you'll see Spark is going to reprocess all the data. And now you can see instead of 68 comparable properties, I've got 66. Same thing with any of these. And it updates the calculations everywhere. So it updates the ranges here. It updates all the 1004 MC numbers, all the charts behind the data. And actually that brings me to the next thing. So if I want to, I can remove any of the data here as well. So if I have a scatter plot, and let's say I've got an outlier here, which of course I don't, but if I did, let's say this is an outlier. You just click that dot. It's going to show you a table of all the data. It's also going to highlight in green the MLS number of the dot you clicked on in that scatter plot. So if I want to get rid of that, I just right-click, hit remove, and then when I hit go back, Spark is going to reprocess all the data. And of course, that means since it's removed from all calculations, that blue dot that was here is now gone. And it also updates the trend results on every chart in every row of the MC as well. It also is going to update all of these numbers. So now I'm down to 66 comparable sales. Okay, so that's how you remove an outlier or a property that's just bad data. Maybe you didn't mean to include it in your competing file. But there's also another way to remove it, and that is the 1-unit housing. So we handle things a little differently up here. So 1-unit housing is based on your neighborhood file. So let's say this age right here. I know that's an outlier, so I want to click on it so I can see that data and remove it. So I clicked on age, and I'm going to sort by age. And when I click it again, it sorts highest to lowest. And I can see, yeah, that definitely is an outlier. It's 133. Next one down is 60. So I want to remove that property. And now, if I do it the way I just showed you, I would right-click and hit remove. If I do that, it's going to remove that property from all calculations. But in this one situation where we're talking about neighborhood, low, high, and predominant, you may want to remove it from those particular calculations, but not from all your calculations. So this right here is an age outlier, so I might want to remove it from my age calculations for low, high, and predominant, because Fannie Mae does say when you're calculating low, high, and predominant to remove the outliers. So I might want to remove it from that, but I don't want to remove it from all the calculations throughout Spark. So for example, this might not be a price outlier, but it is an age outlier. So what you do is, instead of right-clicking to remove, which again is going to remove it from all the calculations, you simply check this box right here. I'm saying that's an age outlier, and so it's only going to remove it from the age calculations. I hit go back, and now you can see this is about to update here, and now my high age is 60 instead of 133. None of the other calculations updated though, and they're still including that one property. Same thing with price. If I wanted to remove a property just from the price calculations for low, high, and predominant, let's do it right now. So I'll sort, and let's say this 650 is an outlier, but I don't want to remove it from everything because it's not an age outlier, or I just want to keep it for some other reason. Then I just click this, and now it's removing it only from my low, high, and predominant price calculations for the page 1 numbers there. So I click that price outlier, I hit go back, and again, it's going to update everything, and you'll see my high price is going to change down to $569. Okay, so that's essentially how it works. Now, one other thing I wanted to show you is the Modified Data tab. So when I click that, we have a few things you can do here. Now, we have a whole other video on adding more files. So you click the plus button, and you can add more properties into here. But let's say you made a mistake, and you accidentally uploaded the wrong file. You don't want to just click Start Over and restart Spark from scratch. All you do is you click the minus button, and that's going to remove every property from that competing data set, or the neighborhood, or whatever other one you're looking at. It's going to prompt you, are you sure? You just click yes if you're sure, and it will remove all of that data so you can start over. And then, so when I click minus, I get rid of all the data. Then I can just hit plus and then add in the correct file, or whatever file I wanted to add in. And just real briefly, it's like I said, it's in the other video, but if you upload a file but you need to upload more to complete your neighborhood property set or your competing property set, just keep clicking the plus button and adding files until you're done. Now, I click the magnifying glass, and that's going to show me every single property in my competing file, regardless. So this is everything. Of course, if I've removed it, it's not going to show up in here. But if I've removed it and I want to see the properties I've removed, I just click this View Removed Properties button. And now I can see those 3 properties that I removed. And if I want to put them back, let's say I made a mistake and I didn't actually mean to remove this one, I just right-click it and choose Put Back. And that will then put that back into my data set. It'll recrunch everything, and that's that. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to look back at that. So now that property is in here. Again, I can do everything. I can sort, filter, move columns around. But I will say that the only place you can actually remove the only place you can see your outliers or the properties you've removed is when you're on this Modified Data tab. This is the only place to do it. So if you're looking at the MC, there's no way to see what properties you've removed. You have to click on Modified Data and look at one of those files for the properties you've removed. So if I'm looking at competing properties, I click the magnifying glass and I click the View Removed Properties button, and that's where I'll find it. Okay, I know this got long. Thanks everybody for watching.